Alright, Second Job Gaming with Sebastian and Ninathul. We are now going to finish the Age of Engineering mod pack. We got our Creative Vending Machine done, and we are happy people. So we're going to take this guy out, and then we're going to show you just how we put it all together. What do you think, Ninathul? It took us about, what, 3 days? Just playing here and there to get it done?
Well, I was actually playing quite a bit.
Well,
So
he was, yeah.
I was monitoring the multipliers quite a bit. But
Got them
no,
all.
grab a 4.
I'm going to hand it to you. What you talking about? Put it in the network, let you deal with that while I go and show them everything about it.
Oh,
Alright, so over here we have one of our multipliers with all of the cores and plugs and things set up to multiply everything we want to. So lithium dust, so we're still copying some of that. Goes really quick. Use the hopper setup with the ducts. You can use the hopper ducts to do it too. It goes a little faster this way. Atomic multiplier on a 1.825 million RF output. It holds, 1.825 billion RF. So this guy multiplies really quick, and with the storage chamber right here next to it, it automatically feeds in all of the circuits that you need. So it's pretty quick, and just watch it go. So cool, isn't it? And it automatically fills it all back up. Best way to get yourself 64 and a quarter stack that way. Over here we have another set of solar panels and weather stations and everything for this guy. And here, this is our other atomic multiplier, which is set up to do 1.125 billion RF, and he will work to he's also hooked up to the draconic flux capacitor thingy. And now for the following, the 4 mechanism bins. We set up the iridium in here. So when this guy got full, he was a little over 4092. He gave a signal to stop. So mass fabricator got 4 of the scrap machines behind there doing it daily, in and out, and we just ran it and it worked it over there. Pretty cool stuff. The bees, we got 2 Aliveris set up with this. This is the one that took us the longest to do, because we have all of this stuff in here to make all this, do this, to do that. And it took you, what, 5 days worth of constant bee breeding over here in this setup to get all of the stuff that we needed. So some of the earlier episodes we have shows you more about how our bees and everything. We have 4 more over there. We've just never turned them on because the Maniellan ingots, we use the AE2 stuff. Got that alloy smelter here. It just, all it did was we put in the ME interface right here. We just put in the Maniellan ingot, and cobalt came in that one, Allardite came in that one. We had the grinders to smash up the ores, and we had the 2 things to smelt them together, and then that guy right there to put them together. And at the bottom here is where we put the bin. It made 4092 ingots in about an hour and a half. So that one was real quick. Over here we have our substrate pellets that we feeded into this thing right here to make our HDPE pellets. I used a garden cloche with a pressure down into the pressurized reaction chamber to make the substrates. Ethylene came over here from, let me get around here, from the electrolytic separator to make the rotary condensator, down and over, and then into the pressurized reaction chamber to make the HDPE pellets. Got that done real quick. Yeah, well, they get the idea. They really do. It's because this right here is supposed to go all the way over to here to make the oxygen go into that thing, but he has now pulled it out to go over to there. Yeah, so he pulled it over here for later use to make the hydrogen chloride, so he can make the brine and everything from this guy. We used our first ultimate fluid tank that we made here and just stuck it on top of this guy, and it just pumped out the chloride, to which he brought over here to make the tritium and the deuterium to make the DT fuel, which we used our other creative tank to fill up the DT fuel because it was the one that was taking us the longest.
Yeah,
over here. Yeah.
Most,
so burning the lithium, he was grinding the lithium up over here, and this
I
guy
was doing that at first, and then I noticed that lithium can be copied.
Yes. Yeah, so
I just multiplied.
yeah, so he multiplied the lithium, and then over here built this system right here to make the water vapor and everything. So chemical oxidizer. Well, I never get around these things.
Basically the ore quintupling setup.
Yeah, it basically is. So chemical infuser to get all this stuff put into the chemical dissolution chamber with the sulfuric acid and the osmium to make it into a slurry, and then clean it up and put it into a ultimate gas tank, which we just stuck the basic tank up in here, and it pulled the 64,000 out. So we're not putting any more osmium in there because we've won the game. We're not going to go any further than that.
Yeah, if you come over here now, because these things are only one-time use, and you can't click them onto the thing without using them, it tells you to use a hopper to put them in. So I opened up this drawer here, put in the upgrade, and then I put the hopper on and dropped the other upgrade inside of it.
Nice. So now we have ultimate hoppers.
Yeah, we have the
sweet
forever. We have creative capacitor banks.
So we can take all of these upgrades and store them all into those things, and we'll have unlimited everything in here, right?
Yes.
Oh, the massive amount of stuff we could do with that. We might have to make a whole nother episode just cleaning this place up and making it. Maybe not. I do want to do better with the AE2 the next time. The rocket thing was a lot of fun, but it was short-lived because once you had all this stuff. Yeah, and I just took the digital miner to most of them and just planted it down with like 6 of those windmills and just let it go, and just sat myself in a cave if there were monsters on there, like at Mercury. So all this cool stuff, we could actually build some more creative tanks and just stick them in there, and probably what we'll do is build one more gas tank, and just fill them up in there, and just, you know, have fun with this for the next week, doing whatever we want to here, and seeing how we can clean some of this stuff up and make it look better for next time. Yeah, basalt. So use the lava.
I would say this
factory
was pretty cool to see.
Where are you at? No. Yeah, basalt. We ran into that basalt problem for the reactor stuff and everything. So figured it out. Lava factory, electric pump, windmill, ultimate fluid tank down into a liquid heat exchanger, into a Stirling generator, over to a CESU that is constantly being filled or being used with power with these guys right here. So I was doing the lithium over here, and as you can see, I was just dumping the quartz into these 2 hoppers right here, and one was going down there and the other one was going down there, and we were making tinies, and then he was like, no, let's do this, and just stopped. So
well, whenever I realized that you could throw it in the multiplier, it's like, I always spend so much time when I could just multiply it.
So Ninethal went through all the trouble to make all of these beautiful solar array thingies, complete with their raised up thing. So once we figured out that we could clone these plugs through the multiplier, well, Ninethal figured that out, of course, because he's smart like that. Yeah, we built the biggest one possible, and of course it will do was it 82,000 RF a tick?
Well, oh
80,
yeah, that one over
82.9.
there. 82.9, yeah.
82.9 RF a tick, and it's last cabled all the way over here to this thing. Never did really get much use out of the crystals because it was just really hard to get it working.
And to keep it, yeah, because you have to find crystals.
Yeah, you have to find them, and I mean, I'm sure that if you made a mid-range one where you just made, not the 100 crystals, it would work out great because you could fill these infusing lasers up to full capacity. But I've only got one crystal out of this that I'm going to be able to fill anything up with, and just learn not to leave these guys going because they will burn everything out and just smoke it all. So that's what I learned from that thing. Of course, we did beat the dragon in our first try ever, and
well, all of these stuff in here, the nutrition module, I burned through a good 500 health points coming from that.
Yeah, I didn't touch it, but I was almost down to, less than 1 billion RF on me, so I was getting ready to die.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's why I wasn't dead either. My shields were gone.
I was holding on.
Yeah, I was half a heart for most of it.
So you got one last trophy to get, dude, the creative one, and that's all you got to get, and then you can call it a game. So I'm gonna take a celebratory ride on my minecart now. Whee! Come along with me just a little while, and we'll have a lot of fun. So every Minecraft game should have the minecart somewhere somehow that you can just ride around in fun for a little while. I highly recommend doing it. And I don't know what happened to my desktop audio, but it just vanished. But I'm okay with it. It was working earlier. I don't know what happened. So down here we have the, of course, the void ore and the resource ore miners that I made a dense cable all the way down here for. No, I just cover cabled it. Just cover cabled it because I didn't want to make a dense cable because I'm just using one thing. So it combined all these guys. So we have, really, ore. Anyway, got 21,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 21,000. We got all the ore we can stand. And here we were practicing with our picks with the 1111 and his scepter. Yeah, it's overkill. It really is. I don't know why. Yeah. At this stage of the game,
the 11 was because you did the upgrades.
Yeah.
Because you can do a 9x9 without upgrades. Because I didn't do any upgrades, and I was whacking the 9x9 out. So.
Well, that's that right there. So.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and the stage of the game that we got to make this at, it's really pointless because you've already got the digital miner, and you've already got the resource and void miners or miners, so you really don't need it.
Yeah, you don't dig anymore.
You really don't. We highly recommend going with the water mills because they've powered this whole bottom down here, other than that thing,
for a very long time.
Very long time. And is it 1, 2, 3? Is that like 10, 12? Yeah, 6, 10. You got 10 of them. And man, he's.
There's 2 on each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Am I missing some?
There's 2 on each.
Yeah. 2, 4, 6. Oh yeah. 8, 10, 12, 14. Okay. I am missing something. It's late for me. So this is our base in a nutshell. We got our storage center down here that really needed to be cleaned up because I am a dumper, much to Ninothal's chagrin. He does not like me dumping.
Yeah, I mean, it could have used a little bit better organization.
Yeah, well, we'll do that in the next mod pack, which, you know, if you want to let us know what kind of mod pack you'd like us to play, that would be great. Just leave in the comments below, and you can tell us all that stuff, and that would be really cool, because we'll take suggestions, because we really don't know what we're going to play yet. Yeah, so the lava chamber thingy would work great for this guy right here, which I had set up for the modest bees and the ender bee, or the nether bees, but the nether bees didn't want to grow here. They didn't want to mutate. I actually had to take them to the nether to mutate them, and they mutated on the first try with the 3 mutating frames, so I was pleased. And I haven't been back since because we figured out a better way to get ashes. So.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We did go there.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, did we even go? But yeah, we did quite a bit there at one point.
Yeah, you dug a whole big cavern out and got the ghasts and everything ready for it.
Made the pathways and different things. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Going in there.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Oh, he's got no flowers. Your mushrooms are gone. Yeah, your mushroom vanished.
It may be ore. I don't know. No, it's
Marshy?
well.
No, you should use mushrooms, right?
Some weird breeding things. I don't know if this was one that
I don't know. You never. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, my.
All right. So
It's gone. Well.
Yeah, this stack of cobblestone generators could have gotten us to the quad
The
octuple pressed thingy, but we don't need to because we could just copy all of the different ones until we got to the next one, and then copy that one, and then get to the next one, copy those, and get to the next one, and that's how he got us all the octuples.
And then you can just copy those.
Yeah.
We had like 67 of them.
Yeah, we really overkilled this thing. Did not do it with a whole lot of style, but you got 2 different play styles here. I'm quick and to the point, and he is manufacturing to the brim of production beauty.
Yeah, I like to build rooms and whatnot. But
I have sworn myself to follow his path on that. See, following a path, and try to do better than just, you know, leaving the random chests out in the middle of nowhere. Spend some time actually doing it instead of just trying to get on and throw something together. Do it with style. You know, kind of like my arboretum over here. Style. Completely full of flowers. This is where I did all the trees so we could get some stuff done earlier, because I didn't want those butterflies going all over the place.
One got out.
Where?
The villager, not the bees.
Oh.
One of the villagers cleared the. I'm not sure how. He's out.
Drop that egg or near me. What you got for us? Potion of leaping.
I think that might be how he got out.
Right? That's funny.
But I thought it was funny. I grabbed all of the villagers from over there because there were just 2 in here. So to get them out of the way, the zombies kept looking at them. I put them all here.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next day, this guy popped in.
Eggs are everywhere.
Our iron golem.
Yeah.
Popped in to protect them.
Uh-huh.
Once there was enough over here that they were like, oh yeah.
Yep. And of course, once we got the weather controller from the calculator mod set up with the daylight sensors and everything, no more rain, no more nighttime.
Well, I had to turn off the nighttime because.
Yeah, we needed ender pearls.
Ender pearls, yeah.
Yeah, it does not work with the ender pearls. It won't grow them. Even in the end, it won't grow them. You got to turn it off so it can have nighttime so it can grow.
Yeah, that was something we did not know before.
No, but, you know, just go ahead and take it down for a little bit and you're good to go. So, yeah. Behold my mess. This right here is my mess. And this over here is his mess. See, there's much more beautiful than mine. See, his is all structured and pretty, and mine's all chaotic and messy, even though it kind of looks like a Space Invader from the 80s. It used to do it anyway. Yeah, so that's nasty. Yeah, so the quantum compressor, the way to automate that in AE2 is to use a wooden crate with a ME interface block. So that way it comes in here and you will filter the things out into the different directions. So they only go out one way, so they fill into the different places. The quantum compressor, it doesn't do the osmium at the same level as the other equipment. It does it at like 0.85 per one. So you're gonna need like 2 ingots of osmium to do that one other ingot. So, I just put the recipe in there as 2 osmium ingots in one of the other ones. So every now and then I got to come in here and pull out a 64 stack, but it's the only way to do it. And over here it's the same with the metallurgic infuser, the block. You don't have to have it pointing down like you used to. That's what they showed me on my other YouTube video, not mine, but someone else's. And it does the same thing. It filters in this way and this way, and then pumps it back up the middle. And then of course it takes it out from this import bus right there. I did learn the different colors, so I got black, red, and blue down in here, and of course fluix and white. I've got them all colored. Figured out this stuff. The next set will look a lot more pretty, but I'm still learning this stuff. I'm really sorry. And of course, this is my fun block. Don't know why anyone wouldn't want to do this at least 4 times a week, because you just keep bouncing the same height forever. If there was some way to make kinetic, oh, hold on, it's actually stopping me. Oh, there it is. There's the same height. Some sort of kinetic generator, this would be it.
Apparently, possibly could use a piston to push against you. It may throw you higher. I don't know.
Yeah, you could just maybe leave an item there.
Oh, it should peter out.
Might not. Just be like me and just stay the same. Looks like it is petering out. Oh, it bounced up a little higher that time. Nope. Oh, that is some fun knowledge. A congealed slime block will bounce something probably forever. So, of course, to make the piece thingy, built all of this stuff with the different blue slime, a ghast, a bat, a wither skeleton, a witch, and of course the shulker, as we did not want to have to go searching all those guys to make all the different grains and other vile things in the soul binder. Got them in there, got them in here, and got even more up in this guy. So love the dark affable glass. That's pretty cool stuff. The creeper is here. Not anymore. Whoop.
Yeah, we needed. Well, I figured we needed the zombie flesh, and so the reason it wouldn't work downstairs, down here, when I set it up, is light. This would have had to have been dark affable glass or just dark glass, and I could have kept it dark enough that it would have run.
Your lever no longer glows.
It does.
It's not glowing for me. Oh, I got the particles turned off. That's right. Yeah, it was causing me kind of problems, so I had to turn it off.
Well, every one of these transmitters, there's probably 400 of them, has a whole bunch of particles. It can cause some problems.
Yep. So of course, fuel here. We got it turned off now because there's no more yellorium going into it. Got our energizer, our item repairer. Hey, my steel sword's finally repaired. I just like how it looked, so I went ahead and repaired it because I was gonna try to stick it into a thing for it, but don't have bibliocraft, which is what it requires. I really would have liked to know more about this setup that you got here for the oil, the infused empowered oil, but this is the coolest system that I wanted to see. But you'll have to show me this some other time, to the empowered oil. Some other time, not now.
It likes to stop, so you have to jumpstart it.
Yeah.
And so you have to add a little bit of fluid here, and it will start running. And then it'll hit a spot that it can't move something, and it'll freeze. It's like that one tick off, and it won't run. You have to use a bucket, pick up something, and it'll start running again. It's detecting the bucket.
And of course, yeah.
The liquid hits the ground, detects that.
And of course, down here was the initial power center that Ninotol built with the wires and all of the GP. So yeah, he spent what, like days putting this stuff together. Once we started making steel.
Yeah.
Once I got the steel set up, you were like, I'm gonna get this done.
And it was the first spot that we could have passive energy.
Yeah. Still not sure about this place that you put together. I don't know why,
this
but
is for the mushrooms. We needed mushrooms.
And
so if you chop these puppies down, once you get this down, this is you get a mushroom. You plant him. I'll put a piece of the floor back that I accidentally picked up. And saving you have it down here? What is that stuff called again? Bone meal. It's like running a blank.
it's been so long since you've used bone meal.
Yeah. But you get a little bit of bone meal.
Yeah.
Step back, keep your head away from the hole.
Boom. Nice.
And it allows you to, because I got 16 mushrooms from harvesting this mushroom. And so I didn't come up with it, but I watched Etho's lab, and he had like 500 of these things. He was using them to fuel his furnaces or something, but I saw what he did. He didn't explain it. I just looked at what he did and said, oh, that must be how it works. And put this, because mushrooms seem to be hard for me to find.
Yeah, I usually have to be the one to find a few of them. And this just shows you how much we didn't care about tin, that we just left it sitting there all this time.
Yeah, I mean,
come to find out later on we needed tin for a little while there, but we figured out how to get a whole bunch of it. Yeah, okay, so last little thing to show, I guess, is how we got the hot coolant. So I built one out here, he came out and redid it, and so put this in there, empty, and this is where he filled it all up with.
Yeah, and you have to make the IC2 coolant with bluestone.
Yeah, which I had that set up over here. Yeah, already ready to go right here. Fluid tank. Icy coolant right here. See me?
Anymore.
I'm over at the base center. Yep, had it right here. The fluid solid canning machine right here. You just put in the bluestone in there or whatever, and it pumped it out and made the coolant right here, right above it.
Ground is the dust.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I didn't know that existed, so.
Yeah, and this thing right here was only good for brass or bronze, the bronze plate heads for the other thing until we figured out how to get all that stuff done. And I think that's gonna do it for this one. Any last words?
Nope.
All right, so we might, we might or might not play around with this one some more. If we do, we'll probably make a little episode just showing you what we did. It shouldn't be too long, and if not, then you can expect us back on Minecraft in a different server pack here in a week or so once we figure out where we want to go, or you give us good suggestions that we're totally happy with. Go ahead and leave those down in the comments selections below, and we'll read everything and reply back real quick to you. So, for Second Job Gaming, Suggestion and Nihilitol Age of Engineering is completed. Thank you for playing along and watching, and we'll see you next time. Alright, bye-bye.